The letter to the church at Philadelphia reads like the letter to the church at Smyrna. There was no condemnation. Out of the 7 letters, these 2 had no condemnation. It's also similar in that the believers there were very weak. The believers were powerless. They were persecuted, which begs the question. In our culture, we learn within the church that we need to be strong. We need to be dominant. We need to take over. We need to dominate, so on. So we need to reach more people. We need to be stronger. We need to be more powerful. We need to be dreamers, and we need to think big. But if you read the letters to the churches in Revelation chapter 2 and 3, specifically to Smyrna and Philadelphia, Jesus had more good things to say about them than all the other churches combined. The believers were weak, powerless. They weren't thinking big. They were persecuted. They were laughed at, beat down on, jeered at. And yet Jesus was more pleased with them. Why? If they were weak, it allowed Jesus to become stronger in them. If they were powerless, Jesus became powerful in them. If they were persecuted, so did they persecute Jesus and the 12 disciples, but they overcame. Jesus promised that you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. The weaker we are, the more persecuted we become, the more helpless we become as believers, which means that we rely even more heavily upon God. We rely more heavily upon Christ. When we're in that state, emotionally, physically, spiritually, God becomes more powerful, evident, and pleased with us. We as human beings are powerless. In the grand scheme of things, we are nothing. We are a blip, here today, gone tomorrow. And to the angel of the church at Philadelphia, Jesus says, the words of the Holy One, the true one, who has the key of David, who opens and no one shuts, and who shuts and no one closes. This is the opening to the letter to the church at Philadelphia in Revelation chapter 3, verse 7. He calls himself the Holy One. Jesus is the Holy One. Jesus is so holy. He is so exalted. He is so high above all, everything that we can ever think or imagine in this universe. He is that holy. He is so set apart. He is also the true one. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. That becomes important when we get into the key of David. He who has the key of David, he has this authority. All authority has been given unto me in heaven and earth. Now go therefore and make disciples of all the nations. The Great Commission. He has now all authority, all dominion. So this true one who has the key of David. What does he mean by the true one? He is the embodiment of truth. He is the source of all truth. There are many things that are true here that are not necessarily spiritual, but all other truth is subject unto him. He is the embodiment of all truth. He is the standard of all truth. He is the truth. He is true. He is the true one. You stand upon him, you will never fall. You will never stumble. You will never trip up because he is true. He's like a rock. He will never shake. He will never break because he is that reliable. This true one also has the key of David. What does that mean? You have to go back to Isaiah chapter 22 to a man named Eliakim. He had a lot of authority, a lot of power. Why? Because he opens the door and shuts the door to access King Hezekiah. He was the second most powerful other than the king himself. If you wanted to see the king, guess what? You had to go through Eliakim, and he gave the yay or nay. If he closed the door, you ain't going to be able to open it up. And if you wanted access to the king, guess what? You have to go through Eliakim, who holds the key of David. King Hezekiah was of the lineage of King David. Jesus is also of the lineage of David. Jesus is saying, if you want to have access to the Father, you have to go through him. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father but by me. He has the key of David. He has all authority, all power, all dominion, all control. All authority has been given unto me. So this door is open. No man can shut it. But when will this door be closed? The door will be closed when Jesus comes back. Once Jesus comes back, that door will be shut forever. If you have not believed on the Lord Jesus Christ, now is the time to do it. Now the door is open. The door is open. Nobody knows the day and hour in which he will come back. But I would even say that is even more imminent is that no one knows the day and hour in which he will breathe his last breath. Do you know how much longer you have? None of us do, which is why now is the best time. Now is the time. Now is the moment in which you can believe upon the Lord Jesus Christ and walk through that door while it remains open. He who has the key of David will one day lock that door shut. And once he shuts it, no man can open it back up. Scary thought. He wrote this to the church at Philadelphia. He had nothing bad to say about the believers in Philadelphia. They were weak, powerless, persecuted. His word for them was to hang on, be faithful, persevere to the end. He is well pleased with them. Why? Because they remain faithful. They cling unto his name. They did not desert him. They persevered unto the end. They did not compromise. And so he was well pleased with them. What about you?